Hello everybody, and welcome back to A Cup of Joe. It's your boy, JonahThing, and here we go, continuing where we left off last time. Let's roll. Huh? No way. Is she kissing me now? Her eyes were closed. It was too close to see her clearly, but in my vague field of vision, I could see her eyelashes quivering. Although she wasn't holding me tightly, I could neither push her away nor shake her off her hands. Besides, her lips taste kind of sweet. Besides being soft and warm, how it felt very pleased. Somewhere in my brain, I was thinking about them absent-mindedly. Suddenly, her lips moved slightly. Miss Izio, a voice whispered with exhales. I didn't know how long our lips had been touching. After being kissed sweetly numerous times from every angle, I felt totally drained when I was finally freed from her embrace. Both my breath and skin were strangely hot. If I hadn't been leaning against the wall, I might have collapsed. That's how drained of energy my body was. Why did you do such a thing? She stared at me, smiling. You know, when you kiss, you're supposed to close your eyes, right? Like a mischievous child, she gently scolded me in a soft yet disapproving tone. This distracted me from thinking about breathing. She let go of my wrist and quietly stepped away. I can't believe it. She just kissed me. But as if nothing had happened, she casually flicked her hair off her shoulder. Something smelled really sweet. Is that shampoo? Or could it be perfume? I hadn't noticed it while she was kissing me, but it smelled great. The smell, I kind of like it. While I was having that improper thought, she started walking towards the door. Miss Searswa. Without thinking, I called out to her as she was leaving. Then she turned around and cocked her head slightly. Yes? What's up? You see, there was something I wanted to say to her, but the words didn't come. She looked at me for a while, then started to walk away again. Well then, have a nice day. After she left the room, I couldn't move away from my place against the wall. That was a kiss, wasn't it? I mean, that girl also said so, right? My mind was still foggy, but I slowly tried to piece together why it happened. In a classroom after school, with no one around, a beautiful girl I had just met kissed me. I stuck my fingers out and traced my lips. A feeling of sweetness still remained. I kissed Ima Searswa. The moment I remembered it, my whole body felt hot. I had never kissed anyone before. Still, is this real? It's not a dream, is it? My heart was pounding loudly, not knowing what was going on anymore. I left the room as if I was fleeing from something. I finished my first day at the school and finally returned to the dormitory. Man, this building really is huge. The two-story building towered over me, As I had thought when I checked it out in advance, it seemed like a mansion, no matter how you looked at it. Is it really alright for me to stay in such a nice place? Although I agreed without hesitation to the school's offer, I started to feel intimidated by the campus's breathtaking generousness. It was too late to back out, though. Well, anyway, I've already sent my baggage here, so must be pretty unusual for an ordinary person like me to spend 3 weeks at such a beautiful school and dormitory. Thinking it better to stop dwelling on that, I took the key out of my pocket and thrust it into the keyhole of the big door in front of me. I unlocked the door and stepped into the dormitory. I just stood there and looked around warily. My suitcase and other bags had been placed at the edge of the entrance area. I headed towards the living room, dragging my bags along with me. Then I stepped into the living room. Huh? Why is this room so dark? At the hour, other students living in the dorm would have been returning, so it seemed strange that all the lights were off. There didn't seem to be any signs of human life, actually. Nobody's back yet? Isn't it a little late? I stood in the living room. Suddenly, amidst the silence, I hear someone's soft footsteps coming towards me. Welcome back, Miss Izuho. The beautiful voice echoed through the air. Huh? Could that be? I suddenly recognized the voice and raised my head. Huh? Oh, you are Miss Serizawa. You worked until late. You must be exhausted. My eyes turned back towards Miss Serizawa, standing by the entrance to the living room. I was so surprised that I gasped, unable to get words out. Why are you here? What do you mean, why? Doesn't it go without saying that I also live in this dormitory? Oh, that was so obvious. How embarrassing. I could feel my cheeks getting hot with the embarrassment. Surely my face had been beet red. Looking me over for a moment, Miss Serizawa was giggling. Just as I thought. You're funny, Miss Izuho. Funny. Huh. She also told me that in the classroom. The more I thought about it, the hotter my face got. Miss Serizawa, you're teasing me, aren't you? I asked nervously. Listening, she slightly shrugged her shoulders. Well, anyhow, let's bring these bags to your room. We can talk after that. We brought the bags into the room one by one. She offered to help me unpack too, but I turned her down politely, reasoning that I'd be able to manage on my own in just a few minutes. That should do it. I looked around the room, which was now marked by a few of my personal belongings, and gave a big stretch. Honestly, this room is bigger and nicer than my own place. The windows are huge, and the pillow is set firmly over brand new sheets. I felt excited, like I was staying at a nice hotel. Even so, how is it possible that that girl is living in the dormitory? Without thinking, I started tracing my lips with my fingertips. Miss Sierrazawa, the girl who had kissed me in the classroom earlier that evening. The moment I remembered the feeling of her gentle, sweet lips, I felt a kind of numbing pleasure. Even though it only happened a few hours ago, the heat of our entwined lips, it's unforgettable. My cheeks got so hot that I found myself covering them with both my hands without thinking. I didn't understand why she had done such a thing. I wondered if she would do it again? If she would stare at me with her beautiful eyes and approach me, then I'd surely... What am I thinking? I need to get her out of my head. I shook my head resolutely. Anyway, I tried not to think about it for the time being. After I cheerily changed into my loungewear, I went down to the living room where she was waiting for me. Whoa! Seeing the room with the lights on for the first time, my eyes lit up. It was so bright and spacious. There was expensive-looking furniture, including a large sofa, lined up in the center of the room. This is like a luxury cottage or something. Suddenly, Miss Sierrazawa, who had been in the kitchen, walked over to me. Don't just stand there. Please come this way. I'll get you some tea. With a practiced manner, she poured and served the tea. As she served the tea, I sensed a soft and sweet smell filling the room. What a nice smell. Is it... Oh, chamomile. Wow. That's right. I got these tea leaves recently. It's helped me relax, so it became one of my favorites. Here you are. Please enjoy it before it gets cold. Encouraged by Miss Sierrazawa, I sat on the sofa. Ah, this is so tasty. That's good. Miss Sierrazawa, who sat right in front of me with her back straightened prettily, drank tea in a well-behaved manner from her teacup. When I met her for the first time in the classroom, I was struck by how much she resembled a beautiful painting. I had the same feeling again. Stealing a few glances at her, I met eyes with her. Yes? Well, I know we have already introduced ourselves, each other, but once again, it's nice to meet you. Trying not to think about what had happened in the classroom, I smiled at her unnaturally. It's nice to meet you too. By the way, where are the other students living here? I was thinking I should say hello. An hour had already passed since I had arrived here, but nobody had come into the living room. Wait, does that mean... There aren't any other students. As of now, the residents of this dormitory are just you and me, Miss Ezuhao. I knew it. I had guessed right, but that instantly relieved the tension I had been feeling. But it's a shame such a nice dormitory is put to waste. For the most part, students of Sasai Girls Academy commute from home. Oh, I see. So, there isn't any other students who want to live together. Except for being close to school, there aren't any other benefits of living here. I see. Come to think of it, that made sense. This was a so-called princess school. They probably preferred to enjoy a life of luxury and leisure at home, and than to cook or clean by themselves. Well then, we can keep this dormitory all to ourselves. Just for the two of us. I suppose so. With an indifferent look on her face, she took a sip from the cup. Oh, but why are you living here? I asked, placing my empty cup back down onto the saucer. I asked just out of curiosity. Since everyone else commuted from home, why had she chosen to live in the dormitory? After flashing a momentary look of surprise, she placed her index finger over her lips and smiled. It's a secret. Huh. Trying to mutter regretfully, I felt a little relieved. She didn't seem to want to talk about it. Could it be a sensitive topic? As she offered, I had another cup of chamomile tea. Then she began to talk again. Well, how about making some simple rules for living here? Yeah. Yes, let's. I had been told the dormitory rules at the school earlier, but the important thing was agreeing to the rules together with Miss Sierrazawa. Speaking of which, what were they? Oh, that's right. Miss Sierrazawa, what do you do about meals? According to the teacher I talked with earlier, dormitory students have to cook their own food. I usually eat at the school cafeteria, so I don't really use the dormitory kitchen, so you can use it whenever you like. So, she doesn't cook. This time, she started asking me questions. About the bath, we have to run and clean it by ourselves. If you don't mind, let's take turns cleaning it. Of course, it is no problem at all. I may not look like it, but I really like cleaning very much. Thank you so much. Then we started making other rules together. Basically, we wouldn't enter each other's rooms as we please. When we need something, we should knock at the door before going in. If either of us isn't up by 7:30 a.m., the other should call out. Wash any dishes or utensils you use by yourself. Oh, but I might wash all the dishes together. Then let's be flexible with that, shall we? We won't become a burden on each other if we support one another. Manage your own things yourself as much as possible. Okay, what about sharing the fridge? Let's write our names on everything, or use stickers. Would be fun too. I note everything down on a piece of paper and continue to add rules to it. Alright, is there anything else? Manage your own laundry yourself. There's no laundry storage here, so please take your laundry back to your room with you. One by one, the rules accumulated. It felt like a secret between the two of us. I got a little nervous and my heart pounded. Whew. I think that should do it. If you think of anything else later, let me know. She turned her face toward me and smiled softly. Well then, I'll go get the bath ready. After saying this, Miss Sierrazawa stood up abruptly. Huh? Wait, I'll help you. It's okay. I'll clean it today. You must be tired, right, Miss Aizuho? She's right. I had been moving around nonstop all day. But still, we had just decided the rules together. While I was wondering what to do, she began to talk again. Could you do the cleaning tomorrow? Oh, yes, of course. Then it's a deal. I'll let you know when the bath is ready. She left their living room with those words. I went back to my room and set out some pajamas and underwear. Oh yeah, I'll leave this here. And I will also leave this here. Thank you again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, you know, the drill. And let me know what you think. If you would like me to do any additional commentary, you know, whatever, you know, you feel like. Or if you're just bored of it, just let me know. Bye.